Hey everyone, I'm Brad Halston, owner and chef at the Burger Dive here in Billings, Montana, and you're watching Burger Dive After Hours. As you can kind of see from the stools that are up, we've just finished our service. We just closed for the day. I'm still here hanging out. Thought I'd do a little more cooking and show you guys. Today what I think I'm going to do is our California barbecue burger. And one of the things I realized when I first started doing barbecue specials here at the Burger Dive was the best way to get people to enjoy them was to do something a little bit different, and that's stick it on top of a burger. I love tri-tip, California barbecue staple. Grew up in the Napa Valley, so I love wine. And what I'm going to do today is going to incorporate both of those things into a great barbecue burger. Why don't you come on back with me and I'll show you what we got. Alright, so today we're going to be doing one of my favorite specials here at the Burger Dive, the California barbecue burger. This burger is going to be topped with grilled tri-tip. That's not for a whole restaurant, that's for me. To get this whole thing started, we're going to go ahead and start on our Napa barbecue sauce. I've got about one full sliced yellow onion. I'm going to put that on my food processor. I've got 6 cloves of peeled garlic. I've got 1 whole chipotle pepper. These come canned. Probably 1 to 2 teaspoons of olive oil. I don't measure very much, but that's what I think it is. Okay, now we've got all the ingredients in the processor. We're going to go ahead, process that up. I like to get it nice and pureed and fine. My reasoning there is in my barbecue sauces, I don't want big chunks of onions, garlic, those kind of things. I like it to all get incorporated in. Okay, so we've got all these vegetables pureed now. I'm going to hit my pot with another probably 1 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Also, I like those small chunks. I'm going to simmer them real slowly in my olive oil, and that's going to really flavor that oil up and help to get that onion and garlic flavor and chipotle flavor throughout my sauce. Okay, I've got and then my pureed veggies. This was the garlic, the onion, and the chipotle. This is going to go into the pot now. And season this like everything with some kosher salt, about a pinch, and some fresh cracked pepper. Alright, well let's go ahead and get this on the heat. Now our next step is going to be to make this into what we call our Napa barbecue sauce, our Cabernet barbecue sauce. And the main ingredient of that is going to be, you may have guessed, Cabernet Sauvignon wine. I've got a full bottle here. I'm going to pop this pot on my fire over here. And that's going to reduce, it's going to take probably 20 minutes. And that's going to pretty much reduce that volume by about a half. So by the time I end up actually adding this into my sauce, I'll have gone from a full bottle of wine to a half bottle of wine. Okay, well, I'm over here looking at my pots that I'm using for my sauce. My wine is reduced very nicely down. You can see that's less than half the volume I started with. That's really concentrated the flavors in it. My veggies that I've been really slowly sauteing in olive oil, those are nice and caramelized, and they're definitely ready to have the wine added. Go ahead and give that a bit of a stir. Gotta let that simmer for a little bit more. Our wine, our veggies are going pretty good together. Now it's time to throw the rest of the kitchen sink in. Got 3 spices I'm going to put in. Got some cumin, about a tablespoon. About the same amount of coriander. About the same amount of smoked paprika. It's going to give it a nice smoked taste. Next we're going to have some red wine vinegar. About the same amount of soy sauce. A nice hit of molasses, probably about the same amount, 1/4 cup. That's real nice for sweetness. So that's why I'm going to hit with a little more sweetness. Brown sugar, about a 1/4 cup. That's my ingredients. I'm going to give that a nice little stir on the grill. And I'm ready to get my tri-tip on, right there where the other pot was. That's one of our most important parts here. We're going to go ahead and make the rub for our tri-tip. I like to hit things with big flavors, so I'm going to go beyond just the normal kosher salt and pepper thing. I'm going to hit it with several spices and a really nice French roast coffee from a local roaster. First ingredient, star of this rub, coffee. I'm using a French roast coffee from a local roaster here in Billings, Montana. Also happens to be the same coffee that I serve at the restaurant. Kosher salt, about 2 tablespoons. About the same amount of fresh ground pepper. About the same amount of onion powder. garlic powder, and then we'll finish this off with about the same amount of dark chili powder. Give a little bit of a spicy flavor. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the meat with a little bit of olive oil. That's going to help that rub stick to it, not fall off all over my grill. Next, I'm going to take a nice handful of the rub, get it on there nice and even. Don't be afraid to use your hands, rub it in, get it all over the meat. Go ahead and pop it over. More olive oil. Another hit of that spice rub. And we're ready for the grill. Alright, here's our spice rub tri-tip. We'll hit with that coffee rub. That's going to go on the grill here. I want to cook this to about a medium rare, medium. I don't want to overdo it because I'm actually going to cook it a little more on the burger when it comes time. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and flip my tri-tip. It's been going for around 10 minutes on this side. Last ingredient in our Napa barbecue sauce, regular old ketchup. For my exact measurements, 1 bottle. And that's your finished product. That's your Napa barbecue sauce. Nice, thick, dark, full of flavor. It's going to be awesome on this tri-tip burger. Love it. Okay, tri-tip is done. I pulled it off the grill. I don't want to cut it yet. I'm going to let it rest for about 10 minutes. While I'm letting that tri-tip rest before I cut it, now's the time to get our burgers on the grill. Pop that on the grill. Give it a little pat down at the top. That keeps it from balling up. Burger seasoning. And then I like to cover them with, they call these hats in the restaurant industry. That keeps all the juices inside, keeps my burger from drying out, and actually also makes the burger cook a little bit faster, so it kind of helps in a rush. And I haven't actually made the decision yet whether this is going to be a 1 patty or a 2 patty meal. It's good to be prepared. And if, you know, I'm feeling generous later, there is a camera guy here. Alright, I flip my burgers. I'm going to season again. Always season both sides. 2 pieces on each burger. Take a nice little crisscross, whatever you want to do there. And then to finish that off, our Napa barbecue sauce that we made earlier. Nice generous amount of that. Let that go for about a minute or so. Get that sauce nice and hot. Get that meat cooked just a little bit more. Then I'm going to hit it with my cheddar cheese. Top it with my grilled bun. We're ready to eat. Alright. Oh, that looks great. I'm going to go ahead and put my cheese on now. I've got 2 slices of cheddar cheese, 1 for each burger. Got my buns grilling over here. Those have been buttered and grilled. That's an awesome bun made by a very good local bakery for us, specifically for us. Bottom of my bun, I've got mayonnaise, onion, lettuce, tomato. Burger goes on top of all those veggies. That's it. Alright, let's try this bad boy out. Oh man, that's awesome. Sauce, tri-tip, everything. Thanks for joining us this week on Burger Dive After Hours. That's an Napa barbecue burger. Give it a shot. Hope you enjoy.